Well, let me tell you something, brother.
Snort, snort, snort,
Go, you drip.
snort, snort,
I got the drip. Go.
snort, snort, snort,
Go, you drip.
snort, snort,
I got the drip. Go. Damn, I got the drip. Go. I got the tips. Go. Damn, I got the drip. Go. I got the tips. Go.
So essentially what the lawsuit says is that this section 230 is bullshit. It should not protect a website like YouTube from having terrorist content on it. YouTube should be held accountable. All right? Now, here's the funny thing about this. I've now been on YouTube for 15 years, correct? And as you know, I've had my highs and lows. But one thing that's been a constant for like the past 10 to 12 years of my life is the amount of disgusting, vile, toxic hatred tossed my way. You know, originally it was Phil's a bad gamer, Phil's a bigot, Phil's a sexist and or a racist, and we don't like his content. Then it became Phil's content isn't good, it's not worthy of views. Then it became Phil is this or that. Phil's a pedophile. Yes, I've heard that. Phil's a pedophile and a scammer and a groomer. Then it became Phil is someone who lies to his viewers and robs them. Then it became, oh, you see, Phil did this or that. Phil's got an escort that he's paying for, that he's flying out there. Phil's got an expensive car he's not telling everyone about. Phil's got a secret PayPal account that he funnels money into. Phil's got a mobile games account that he spends hundreds upon hundreds of $1,000s on. Phil's this, Phil's that. It's like, and it just gets so insanely disgusting after a while that basically two things happen. You have one school of people who will absolutely hate me no matter what because they've heard so much vile and negative stuff about me that they will never move on from it. And then you've got the other side of the fence, people that have literally heard so much of this bullshit that it doesn't matter to them anymore because it's all white noise. And then they actually come to my streams and watch the content. They're like, this content's good. I like it. This is nonsense. All this stuff people say about him, if you just watch the content, you realize that's not him. It's not true. This is people who are just getting popularity off of hating on a guy on the internet. And I'm just going to enjoy the content for what it is and tone out that white noise, right? Just tune out from it. And then we all have a great time here on the channel, right? But that's the thing. It's now become a very polarized thing. You either love me or you hate me. And there's almost no in between. There are a few people who are in between and they kind of skirt it. And then every once in a while, people actually get won over one way or the other. But for the most part, it's like you're either with the memes of hate against me or you're not. All right? Now, here's the thing. You might say, wait a minute. All that hate against Phil over the years, right? How is that allowed? Because of Section 230. Section 230 protects a website like YouTube from any kind of legal repercussions for the content on the site. You understand? So literally, you can lie about anything you want on YouTube. You can literally make anything up at any moment and upload it to YouTube, and you are perfectly fine because YouTube will never be held accountable for the content on it. Now, personally, you can get directly sued. Okay, you can. Let's say, for example, you went right now on YouTube and you made up a hugely slanderous, lying video about someone. This person is a murderer. And I have evidence of it. And they're a thief, and I have evidence of it, and this and that. If you did that, that's illegal, and you could get sued for it. I forget if it's defamation or slander. It's one or the other. You can get directly sued for that. You can't just do that, okay? But YouTube's protected. YouTube can literally make the case, hey, we didn't upload the video, therefore we're fine. What Section 230 does is protects it. So what is going on in this lawsuit is that basically this person suing YouTube is saying, no, you shouldn't be protected anymore. You should be responsible for trash on your website, okay? There shouldn't be people who could just say and do whatever they want, and the only time they ever get moderated is if it's up to the viewers to police your own content on your site and mass report it, okay? And that's what people have been saying to me over the years. Phil, how is it there's so much negativity about you on YouTube? How is it allowed? Well, because I'm not rich. I can't sue every person who either slanders or defames me. I have the legal right to. I absolutely could do that. If I were rich, I could literally be opening up lawsuit after lawsuit against those people and shutting down all their content. But I'm not rich. So I don't have the ability to do that at all. And YouTube will do absolutely positively nothing about it because of Section 230. They're not responsible for any of it. So it all just flies, okay? But what this lawsuit is saying is, no more. If this lawsuit goes through and Section 230 gets overturned by the Supreme Court, YouTube is legally liable for the content on the website. They can get in trouble for it. And what's going to happen if this goes through and all this gets flipped on its head and Section 230 no longer applies, it's found illegal or whatever, lawmakers are going to have to run, not walk, run to find out a way to figure this out. Because overnight, any website will now be liable for the content on it. Do you think YouTube has the means to review every single video that gets uploaded to it to make sure it's not some kind of law-breaking content? No, they don't. If anything, this is a topic we've talked about many times over the years. YouTube created a monster, all right? YouTube, first of all, was originally owned by a group of independent guys, and it was bought out by Google. And when Google bought it out, they brought in their servers. And when they brought in the Google servers, all of a sudden, it became the unlimited place to upload content. The one-stop, drop all your content here. We've got the capacity. We'll serve it. Put it up. Expose yourself to the world. You on the tube. You on the TV. That's what it is. Correct? Great idea. But immediately they failed when they didn't put any kind of proper moderation process in. Oh, it's all going to be viewer moderated. What? So you feel you have no responsibility whatsoever to make sure that the content on your business and your site is legal because you're so big you can't handle it. You're going to make the users moderate it. Again, think about another kind of business, and I've used this comparison before and I'll use it again. You own a restaurant, a delicious restaurant, top rated food, best in class. But you've got such amount of customers coming in constantly to your restaurant, you don't have time to make sure that your restaurant is up to the standards of the health code, to make sure that the food quality is good. All you can do is keep pumping out food to the customers because you have too many. And when people say, well, why don't you keep track to make sure you're in line with the health code? Oh, we're too busy. We're just too busy. We can't do, I'm sorry, we can't do that. We got too many customers coming in. We don't have time for that. Do you think that would fly? No. Why? Because there's no Section 230 to protect a restaurant from not being in line with the health code. If a restaurant doesn't get in line with the health code, guess what happens? It gets shut down. And then they have to get in line with the health code before they can reopen. They have several inspections and things to find out that they're in line with the law, and then they reopen. YouTube has absolutely nothing like that. YouTube can have any kind of garbage on the site and doesn't have to abide by any law. What? Does that make any sense? It doesn't, does it? I've been saying this for many, many years. That all of the, you know what I'm saying? It's insane. It doesn't make any sense at all. But at the same time, because Section 230 exists, it has allowed for a uniquely free and open internet. It has made it that we can now have independent discussion. We can actually talk about topics without any feelings of, or fear of recourse, or being afraid that you're going to say something that will now be removed from the site, all right, because it's too risque. Oh my God, maybe we're skirting on the walls of what could be considered slander, and now, oh, that's it, removed from the site, moderated, right? Because that's the thing, if YouTube is responsible for everything uploaded to it, then any, literally, no exaggeration, any video that comes out about me that's negative could be considered slander or defamation and get shut down immediately because YouTube doesn't want to get sued. Because now I could sue YouTube. Instead of suing the individual, I could just do one big lawsuit against YouTube and say, hey, YouTube, guess what? Over the last decade, you allowed 4,000 defamatory videos against me that have ruined my business and reputation. It's your fault for allowing it. You have no Section 230 protections anymore. Here's a nice lawsuit. Good luck winning this one because I'm about to win $1 million from you. Now, I would not do that. Just for clarification purposes, I would absolutely not do that. All right? I made my living on YouTube. I like being here. I know the game. I could easily be hitting these people with copyright strikes and shit. I don't care. I'm not that kind of person. I've told you guys this a million times over the years. I would much rather, all right, be someone who focuses on the positive than shutting down the negative. I would much rather inundate the internet with content that's positive than worry about the shitheads out there making negative shit. That's the kind of guy I am. You know, I've changed for the better over the years because I did used to get so upset about it, and I don't anymore. I don't allow myself to get upset by that nonsense anymore. Okay? So, yeah, so that's why you don't hear me talk about that shit anymore. I just ignore it, right? But there is literally, if Section 230 gets overturned, there's nothing to stop that. And what's going to end up happening is YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, TikTok, any business that allows for people to do user-submitted content is essentially going to say, oh shit, this is not good because now we're legally liable, so we can't just let people upload content anymore.
I got the drip go. 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 It's like a faucet that's dripping. Can't make it stop. So what do you want me to do? Have a mute button that every second I'm tapping the mute button just in case I'm gonna have to clear? Like, this is what I mean. These dumb kids. This is what it is. It's dumb kids.